Right, folks, I'm joined on the show now by a gentleman who's got a brand new album out. The gentleman in question is Mr. Jeff Cannata, and welcome to Rock Poetry Roulette, and congratulations on the brand new album.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it.
I suppose you've probably been asked the question a million times by now. What took you so long to bring another album out?
I know. Well, as far as a follow-up Archangel record, there were 5 other releases between the '83 release and this one.
Sure.
But they were just under the name Cannata, so it wasn't like there were no releases of any kind in between that. So it was just under a different name. I mean, there was still material being released. So this particular one, I just thought the kind of music that it was, it might be good to. In speaking with Serafino with Frontiers, he thought it might be a good idea to call it Archangel. So, so that's what we did.
Well, it has to be glaring obvious that a well-known, shall we say, wingman to the show, Mr. Jimmy Bell, features on the album and the video for
Yes.
Harlequins of Light.
Yep.
What got you working with Jimmy? Obviously, you've got connections over the years with House of Lords, i.e., obviously working with James in the past and obviously doing House of Lords video.
Right. Jimmy has actually played on, I'm going to think, probably 3 or 4 of my previous records. I've known him, a real long time. I've known him probably, I'm thinking before maybe he was in House of Lords. He's from Connecticut, and we go back a long way on him playing on different tracks. And he's one of his bands. I can't remember which band it was. Probably maybe late '70s or early '80s. They had recorded at my studio. I'm thinking it might have been Diamondback. I think it is. I can't remember what the name of the band was, but he's been here with his own projects years ago, and that's I got to know him back then. So I asked him if he would come in and play a few leads. He also played on Mysteria Magnum. He played on Tamarack, and Images of Forever. He might have played on that one as well. So yeah, he's we go back a long time.
Excellent. Another guitarist, which I obviously worked with on more than one occasion, is J. Jesse Johnson. Now, I know him more from his blues side of the stuff rather than I keep forgetting that he's worked with yourself. Yeah,
well, he was actually he was on the original Archangel release in '83. He did a lot of leads on like King of the Mountain and Stars and Wanted Dead or Alive. He did the solos on all that. Actually, he did rhythm guitar and the solos and the video on the song Tragedy. I don't know if you remember that or not. But he played lead guitar on all those tracks. Yeah, he comes from a rock thing. Yeah, I mean, he, blues rock, but yeah, he can definitely play rock. He's great.
Absolutely. I mean, it's nice. I always like a guitarist who can play more than rock, because I always find that sometimes it's difficult for them to sort of do that transition between playing the blues and playing rock music. Some can make it, some can't. Right.
Yeah, I think if you come from from a blues background, that you're the feel, hopefully that the feel will be there, and the melodic sensibilities and all that, and then that will carry over into what you're doing with rock. So it's not just a matter of really fast scales and stuff like that. It's feel, so you can play slow and have it just as effective as playing fast.
Going on to the feel of Harlequins of Light, I mean, going through the tracks, probably one of my favourites will be Through the Night, because maybe it's me, I find a real sort of Genesis Duke era feel to that song.
Really? Okay. Well, that was on a previous CD as well. I think that was from, I just added some vocals to that and the guitars to that and some percussion, but I think the original, that original track was, most of it was done probably, I think it was '88. So I'm not sure when Genesis Duke, when that was.
Oh, that's going back. I've got to work my brain back now to, I was actually in the States probably when that came out, and that would have been probably 79, 80, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a lot of times people say this sounds like that, this sounds like this, and I don't even know what the record is. So I don't know. No, that's true,
I have a tendency to pick out songs probably that everybody else doesn't pick out anyway. I'm just
Yeah.
known for being the man sitting in a canoe, and I'm absolutely used to it.
That's great. No, that's good because yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
So what else have you been up to apart from the music? I mean, obviously you're involved with the video side of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Which is your greater passion, or are they both as equal?
It's pretty well these days. It's pretty close. I mean, even if you know, if I was writing something that would be like film trailer music, you know, I do like I went to film school a couple of years ago for
Right.
camera and for script writing, and I like them both. It's just that, you know, the film thing is a newer kind of love, so it's, you know, I'm in the early stages of developing that. So, but I still, you know, I mean, music, you know, that's, you know, since I was a kid, that's my first love, and probably still and will always be, you know. So.
Going forward from this release, based on obviously the reason I've read and it seems to be the impact it's had on the market, do you think you'll be inclined to maybe bring another Archangel off the back of this?
Another Archangel record?
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, I think that the Archangel stuff is a little bit more, in a way, like AOR melodic rock. And, you know, there's a little bit of prog in there, but I might want to do something that's back to like more, you know, more progressive.
Right.
And what's weird about this record is, you know, Harlequins of Light was the first track, so that kind of, I guess that kind of set the tone for, you know, where people think it's going to be all like that sort of heavier thing, and then a lot of stuff isn't really like that.
No, it's not at all. I didn't find that at all. I thought it's how can I say? Listen to the album, probably because of all the other stuff I've been sent or listened to lately. It's almost a cleansing of the palate for me. It's one I could. When I first got sent the album, I literally just settled back with headphones on and totally and utterly chilled to it. It just makes it a nice change from probably a lot of the samey stuff that's out there at the moment.
Yeah, the thing about I don't know, these last batch of tracks, you know, it is a hybrid of, you know, AOR, melodic rock, and prog, and I don't really feel that it's that progressive. I mean, the stuff that I was doing years ago, you know, with Jasper Rath was, you know, it was a little bit more difficult to play, and that was more prog than this. But anytime somebody hears something kind of an odd time signature, it's kind of prog, but not really. But the point being, I think, if Harlequins of Light was like the fifth track, and something like, say, the Mary Celeste was first, or As Far as the Eye Can See was, that would have set really, the tone of it is more, in a way, it's more like that. And it's not really like Harlequins of Light and everything else didn't fit with that. It's like that sort of didn't fit with the other ones. But we did put it first because it was a very short track, and I guess the label thought that might be, you know, a good one to do a video to. So.
I must ask. Sorry. Yeah, so, carry on.
Yeah, so that's you know, that's basically it. It's that was a little bit different than most of the songs, as opposed to the other way around. That, you know, the other songs weren't like that. It's, you know.
I must ask you actually. The artwork I absolutely love for the album. I mean, it's artwork that screams out, and I know my listeners are going to scream at me when I bring out the word vinyl. That is a vinyl album cover if ever I saw one. Who did the artwork?
The guy's name is George Grie, Grie. He's a Russian artist, and he's now living in Montreal, Canada. And I had just been going online and looking, you know, for a piece of art, and you know, I put in images and I put up surreal paintings or surreal digital art or a combination of both. And I went, you know, a few days looking, and then I saw that piece of art, and I said that, yeah, I really like that. So I contacted George, and now the way he had the it was like more of a 16 by 9 image, because if you look at, there was the original painting had like 3 bridges coming across.
Right.
So it was more like a 16 by 9 than a 4 by 3 aspect ratio, like a cinematic kind of a look, right? So when I got in touch with George, I said that it would be on an album cover, and I didn't just want to chop off the sides and make it fit like a square picture. He said, no problem. He goes, I'll take that middle. I'll take the third bridge, broken bridge, out of the painting, and rework the clouds so that it'll look seamless, so it'll fit a square perspective. And I said, okay, cool. Because a lot of times you see a piece of work and you just chop off the sides and make it fit. He reworked the art so that it would fit, for a CD.
It's got to say, it's probably my second favourite piece of album artwork for this year. There's two I like. This one and the one from the cover for the Heaven and Earth album, which is another superb album cover.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
It's bringing album art back how it should, rather than just having a band name and a picture of the band.
Oh no, that's the other thing I love is art, like going into museums and stuff and seeing art. I mean, whether it's music or if it's visual art, any kind of art, I think every aspect of a CD should be interesting to look at or listen to. So yeah, when I saw the painting, I thought it was great. So.
Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. I appreciate you taking the time to come on. It's been a real pleasure talking to you. I'm a big fan of the album. As regular listeners know, I don't play stuff on the show unless I like it. And is there a particular track off the album that you'd like to lead out from the interview?
Any track?
Yeah, particular one you'd like to pick.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think if you pick it, I will be happy with that.
Okay, that's fair enough. Well,
all right. This way it'll be. Well, I don't really care for. No, really. I mean, honestly,
I've got three written down here. One was Through the Night, which we've already discussed, and the other two tracks would have been Fortune Teller 2, and then probably Tonight Forever. Really?
Okay. So you like that Archangel kind of vibe that was happening, in 80s kind of thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Geez, of those, well, Through the Night's about. So, I mean, if you want to play a ballad, that's fine. Whatever you want. I'm just happy that, you play anything from the CD. I mean, that's cool. So I'd rather, like the old days, the radio guys would play what they like. It wasn't, here's the 40 songs you have to play, and they put on the loop, and then they leave the studio and can't stand it, so they leave. They played what they liked, and I think that's a good way, music should be. So
no, I always play what I like.
Yeah, well, that's cool. That's what it should be. Yeah. Yeah, so whatever you like is fine with me.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Okay.
I really appreciate you taking the time.
Okay, Dan.
Thanks
man.
now.
Nice talking to you. See ya. Bye.